It's November 22nd, 2023. Yesterday, November 21st, 2023. Acme on North Main. I check out with my client about 6:43 p.m. In around that time. We go to leave. Women come in. They got a hold of that cart. Okay? They got a hold of that cart. And he found out there was people down here yelling crazy crap at her. Even that family told them to everyone knock it off. None of this is funny. They did all that crazy stuff to her, made all that crazy crap up on her for that one girl to get everything, and they didn't work out. And that none of this is funny. And we found out he's not even getting along with his new wife. Yeah, they've been telling you that for years. They're part of the Florida group. Henry Maffei, the Detroit boys. Pete's family is part of the Florida group. His son, Alex, the white-haired guy with his hair part on side. Dixie seen him in Maslin stalking me. John seen him in Minerva with the drug cartel. Darlene seen him in Bob Evans stalking me. Okay? He bragged in Bob Evans in January of 19 that he's the one that left his white comb on Dave's dresser, where on 12/21/18 I went to the refrigerator. I had a doctor's appointment that day. I got up, I got a shower, I got a house coat on. I was the only one home. I went to the refrigerator, opened the refrigerator. I'm stabbed in the neck, bashed in the back of the head. Foggy, hazy, dark, bright light. The bright light was them crushing my skull in. Out for 6 hours, wake up with bruises all over me. I still have a dent in my head. Had migraines for 2 years. 2 years. Felt like half my head was going to explode. That's why I stutter when I get really upset. Okay? He bragged in January he left his comb on Dave's dresser. There was a white comb on Dave's dresser. Dave shows up 6 hours later, accuses me of having an affair. I didn't know what happened. My head's killing me. I've been out for 6 hours. I hear I've been drugged, beaten, raped, and left for dead. And he bragged he was the one holding me down during that assault. And Bob Evans. Okay? He is a spitting image of retired Judge Pete, the one that looks like a little white Santa Claus. He's part of the Florida group. He's one of the gray truck guys. In, what was it, April to June of 19, I had a pair of jeans on. I'm at the laundromat. I went to do my laundry. I'm the only one in the parking lot. They slam on the brake. Hey, Alex. There she is. I look up. He's there. He's like, I know my girlfriend has a nice ass. It's great having a girlfriend. You don't have to do anything for him. I'm not his girlfriend, and he's delusional. I didn't even know his name. He was a stalker breaking. He was one of the ones breaking and harming me. Okay. He's a spitting image of a retired Judge Pete. I didn't even know who Pete was until the day of my divorce. On 9/18/19, there was a picture of a little white Santa Claus. Okay? Pete or something. In the back, joking around with Judge Timothy Luda. They're friends. Okay? And he is a spitting image of Alex. Put a beard on him. Supposed to be Michelle's, her brother. Okay? Uh-huh. Get it? Dave's girlfriend. That was her dad. They're part of it. The Florida group. The human trafficker. The big truck guys. Like the big truck guys that went after my house manager, not my house manager, but my district manager tried to grab her. The big truck guys from Florida. They're part of that group. Okay? They're part of the human traffickers. A lot of them have Ohio plates. But they're all connected to the Florida group. They're in it with Henry Maffei, the Detroit boys. See, that's where I was working at my other job this spring, and I was talking to my coworker, Lori. She said, her one friend got shot in Canton and got killed. And I said, she said that as bad as when they took her family member and they laughed how they tied her up, cut her up in pieces. And they would mock me in stores how they killed her. And it's like, I'm sorry, people were sick. Like, it's funny they raped her. You want to see a picture of her? She was beautiful. Beautiful. She said they kept showing up and laughing in my face how she died. And I sat down and I took a deep breath. I said, did you know about the guy in the white van? She looked right at me and said, how'd you know about the white van that took my family member? I'm like, oh my God, it was him. Okay. I can't tell her. I took a deep breath. I said, did you see all the Florida plates that were here? And she's like, would you listen, Louisville? She's like, yeah. They were in the bars. Her and her boyfriend would go in there. And I said, they said they were drug traders. She's like, yeah. I said, did you know about Henry Mavi? Sounds about right. He was with them. I showed her the picture of him on Facebook. She's like, that's not him. But he is with them. I said, they said they were a gentleman's club from Florida. She's like, no, they said they were the Detroit boys. Now you tell me about the, how you knew about the band that took my family member. She said there was a big reward for information. I couldn't tell her. I didn't have the heart. I'm sorry they killed her. That's where I went out to work at my other job, my DM Kara. The big truck guys went after her. She had to get it in a store. Then my house manager, Melissa, she's like, well, their authorities know that the truck guys are working with the guy in the white van, the tall white guy with the black hair. He took my niece. I'm like, my God, that's my kidnapper. See what I mean? And that they took her in daylight and that they know they're working together. See what I mean? And they know what he looks like. Where I was describing a serial killer with a bounty on his head, and he's calling me a liar. And he let us human trafficker go. And I was telling him how to get him. I want you to think about that. Pete and them are in it with the Florida King. Alex is one of the truck guys that are kidnapping people. Getting it? They ran a big human trafficking scam, breaking in people's homes, stalking and photoshopping and washing, I heard, and where I had the bruises I couldn't explain, throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out, and a severe personal infection from being drugged, beat, and raped. In my own home, and I was seen by Altman family physicians and then verified for all the signs of being drugged, beaten, raped all summer long of 2018. I lost 18 pounds. Before I called FBI. Another 70, they can actually watch them on the police surveillance tapes of them doing it to me afterwards and then framing me and drugging me up and telling me say all kinds of crazy crap. See, that's where a couple days ago here in Walmart 62, ladies confessed that Will took a payoff and that she told them to. She was part of taking a payoff and that they were stealing my money. Huh? And they were trying to use Strange's pathetic lie of faking you were sick when it was a documented medication error that they were doing it. And they even confessed in there the sheriffs already taped these people admit to drugging her and telling her to say it before. There would be no need to ever speak to her. They also taped them admitting a shower scene in the other room and framing me. It was done by the drug cartel. My whole family spoke highly of me and everybody defended me, and Mel's kids were only lying for Michelle to get the house. That's it. I like my money, and I told the Department of Justice they embezzled it. Embezzlement is a severe act of theft of withholding or misdirecting somebody's money. And like my friend from the prosecutor's office, they can never stop your money from coming in. You get it if you work 5 minutes a case, an hour a case for the rest of your life for trying to get them information. The police and the sheriffs used the case and got over 800 bad guys. They got a fentanyl king. They got a guy impersonating a prince. Scamming people out of money. All the drug cartels, for we all work for the king from Texas, were his men. He sent us here. He's a drug lord. He's Iraqi terrorist, U.S. military translator. Dark web. Biggest fentanyl king in the United States. That's who did this. That's who they hired. For we all work for the king from Texas. Okay? And even the police have taped them saying it. Who's the drug dealer that's known as the king in Texas? He's a federal king. That's why they all attacked Ohio in 17 and 18. They brought him here. October 22nd, 23 Coles, a middle-aged couple. Now, October 22nd, 23 Coles, they still have a middle-aged couple as I'm walking in. They had went to Lisa. They said, we looked it up. It says she was at a medication error before. Was she getting well before she got all the way well? I said, yeah. Nobody thought anything of it when she finally got well. But Strange said it, so they all believed it. So they hired those people to drug, beat, and rape her and do all those things to her. And if she actually lived, they made sure she went through a divorce and she got nothing and Dave got everything. And they even knew they were killing other people here. They knew they're killing other people here. You better stay out of it. I know. And they're even mad over the woman he remarried. Lisa confessed. Carrying around the house, FBI informant. For the churches took up $25,000. It was Keith Bishop, Strange, and Ron. Because Ron wanted her dead. Because of Strange's lie. And for Dave to get everything. That's carrying around the house, FBI informant. They confessed. Did you arrest them? Thousands have died. Been human trafficked. Over 1,074 children were taken out of Ohio this year within the first 5 months. Huh? They didn't get them back alive, but a few. And it's their fault they came here. Do you understand? It's their fault. If they pull it, even the people that said they worked straight for the king from Texas were in contact with Dave and the Florida group. I've told you where to get pictures of 2 of the older human traffickers, including the ones that were saying they were controlling boys that work for them. Well, they're the ones that grab people and sell them. The one in Munchies, October 18th, 23, older guy, they're about like 70 years old, controlling them, okay? And then the other one in Hartville, I'd have to look at the day, this last month. It's up on my Facebook. He's in the back. He's another one of the human traffickers selling people. I'll tell you where to find him. Oh, and if they need to find out who that Steve is, that some lady yesterday in Red Lobster said, I heard that she said one of the guys that were paying for this looked like that guy that was sitting there. Well, if you want a picture of him, honey, it should be October of 21. I had a hair appointment at Shine. He walks right beside my car, and they call him Steve, with the guy that's told people that Strange hired him. Went behind Altworks, said something so scary, other guy ran out and said, if that's what you're going to be doing to her, I don't want anything to do with this, and left. But he walks, my car's it's bugged, and you can see me in my car, and you should be able to see him walking right beside my vehicle. Okay? Want a picture of him? Got him. And he was seen with a crazy blonde lady that claimed she was a psychiatrist, that was seen with the guy pretending to be an FBI handler with Alex and the Florida people. Get the idea? The human traffickers running a scam? You want them? I see them. I'll tell you where to find them. And I'll put it out there. They sold the login. They sold the fucking login. Within the first 2 months, they're selling the login for $25 a pop. Will found another way of making money off the case. They're selling the login. It went across the nation like Naked and Afraid, but How to Kill Karen. Okay? They said actually it's a real life case of how to get away with murder. And some of it call it the woman too stupid for another man, woman too ugly for another man, and Karen porn. But most people just Karen around the house are Karen's well. I can go into Illinois gas stations, they'll mention it. I can go in Maryland, Virginia. If you don't have the login, it's very rare. Even teenagers and little children have it. Mennonites. And I went in Pennsylvania, they had it. Do you understand? It went viral on the web. Hello? Tell you what, I'm a notary, and I went in to do a notary in nursing home. Those old guys in wheelchairs were real happy to see me. I just kept ignoring the whole situation. Oh my goodness, it's Karen around the house. Look here. It's Karen around the house. They were so excited to see me. They actually got to see somebody that they had been watching be raped, tortured, almost murdered. And then they get to watch me in the shower. Got free porn off of me without my permission. That's a whole different story, and that's sex trafficking videos. But yeah, they wreck their little worlds. Do you understand? And I can leave state. Look, it's carrying around the house. FBI informants here. Mennonite children. The FBI let her live through all that and didn't even pay her. Louisville children. The FBI betrayed her. Oh, 100% they betrayed me. You want to talk? There was a sheriff in Ohio took $100,000 payoff from the drug cartel to let people get killed. How much they give Will and that lady? Because she confessed they took a payoff. And she confessed they were stealing my money inside Walmart 2 days ago in the morning. Like Officer Reinhardt Louisville, they confessed to a crime in Walmart. We got them. They made fun of FBI Agent John June 7th, 23 by the front bathroom, Lighthouse Tabernacle. How they fooled him. Eric made fun of everybody November 18th, 22. How he fooled everybody. And it was all him and not me. September 3rd, 23, outside Kohl's, Michelle confessed everything was photoshopped. They have confessed and confessed and confessed. And that agent badgered me, obstructed justice, admitted he talked to the Vegas and the church people, and then made fun of me for serial rapist hired to stalk and frame me. Pete. Dave hired Pete on his own so he could talk to Dave, and he had already been seen talking to Dave and witnessed by the police and the church people, like somebody showed up from Pamers. Oh my God, we found out what that meant. We knew what that minister was saying about her before, where faking you're sick. We found out what he did to her and her son, where he pushed my son to suicide. Gave you the statement of that one. And he said, and we found out what those people did, and we told everybody there was a man up here from the FBI asking questions and talking to us. Where I told him somebody told on me? It was him. And it was verified by officers. It was him. He already confessed in his own words. He had the Vegas in his office, the church people that made fun of me for the rapist my ex-husband hired on his own. How he was framing me and laughing at me how I didn't know. I'm going to upload this.